you. We are back in the building once again. How the hell are you out there? I'm sending positive spirits, energies, and all of that. I hope you wake up rich. I hope you wake up healthy and all that good stuff. Thank you for tuning in. This is Saucy and Hush on the couch. I'm with the most tasteful, the most beautiful, the most, oh my God, saucy and more.
Did you say tasteful? Okay. Thank you, baby. Yes, good evening. Welcome to episode 17 with Saucy and Hush on the couch. Yes. Also, we just jump right into the how you can get in contact with us. You can email us at saucyandhush@gmail.com, and you can DM us. Mine is Saucy or More on IG, and Hush is how you stop them as well. Anything you want us to discuss, talk about, or want our opinion on, you can contact us that way, and we'll go right in. So how you feeling after a week off?
You know, it's always work out here to be done. So a week off is not really a week off. You're just kind of just taking a time out from some things when you got multiple shit you trying to get popping. Because we trying to be it by any means necessary. You know what I'm saying? So we are here. We starting to get our shit together with the little clothing, you know. We was doing the color coordinating thing. So now 2 times in a row, we got the actual name showing y'all that we mean business.
Y'all.
I'm feeling the blonde look. Okay, got that, like, could have been a lighter Mary mixed with Faith, mixed with a couple of mixtures going on in there. I'm going down. I see the hat. So she swagged it out today. Tell the truth.
A little swaglicious.
But it's dope. I love it. So as much fun as we like to have, and we always try to have, we got some things that aren't as fun sounding, sorry to say. So you want to pull out one of them shits?
I'm blaming it on the retro of the universe, but no. On a serious note, where do I even start? It's just so much has gone on in the past week. It's like every time I turn around, something else. And it's like, we have one more month left in the year. And it's just like, when would it end? So my condolences first goes off to the young Dolph family.
He's not a dolphin, he's Dolph.
Dolph, see,
but he had a chain that was like, the piece was a dolphin.
Okay.
I thought that was dope.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, go ahead. So, condolences.
Yes. His
daughter and son, right?
Yes, he has a daughter, he has a son, he has a wife. When I saw it, it's just, to take a life is crazy. I can't imagine. I have people who I can't stand. I have people that, irk my soul, but I can never imagine to take somebody's life and then to the next day you just go on with life. So I can't, like I said, I can't fathom what his wife is thinking about, what his wife has to explain to his children why he's no longer here. So my condolences to his family and everybody who knows and love him. So that's what I have to say on that.
I mean, we could always add a little funny. Outside of that, I apologize, hip hop community, because I do music heavy, and I pretty much pay attention to a lot. And I don't know, he wasn't on my radar. I knew his name. I know he did his thing. But I wasn't able to, like, recognize songs, And it's sad because this is what happens when someone passes, then we go look at the catalog, right? And I'm so against that, and I'm so hypocritical because I do it. Everything. When Nipsey died, I had a catalog, but I looked for more. Even when Chinks died, so it goes on. But back to Dolph. yo, there was mad shit that went over my head. So now I went back and there's some things I did like, and I guess like Saucy said, he had fans, obviously, and yo, talent is talent, man, and we're gonna pray. They have visuals of the shooters. One person had like an AR-15. God damn, like what the fuck? Was this like an army job? Like, did the army send somebody to off him? Because that's a huge weapon to just off somebody. That is, you want to get the job done and you sending a message when you use them type of machineries. That is crazy. So, I'm not above the law, under the law, with the law, whatever, but, for his family's sake, peace of mind, I guess they need to catch these people. When you do shit on the low, you little 22 or something, but damn, AR-15, I don't know, you could probably get that easily, but you got to be able to track the person with an AR-15.
That's just to show you that the person who had it is an amateur, and he feel like if he had a regular gun, he probably wouldn't be able to hit him. So you have to have something that's gonna be dramatic to make sure you're getting the job done. But like you said, that's way over the top. Like for this one man, I mean, like what in God's like I don't know. I don't know what people go through in their minds. There's a lot of sick people. There's a lot of jealous people. There's a lot of people who just not happy. And when they see somebody successful and happy, and they're jealous and envy, that's a sickening thing to be jealous.
It happens. I mean, it happens in all levels from 0 to 100. What I will advise as people as a whole, whether you think you're famous or not, whether you got a little clout going on, whether you got a little following, I need people to refrain from posting a location and talking their moves if you don't have to. I'm sorry that it may seem like you have to be paranoid like that, but that may be the key. You can turn up and show that you're turning up, but I don't need you to tell people when you on your way to shit or where you at. You could say it as a state. I'm in Memphis or I'm in Tennessee or whatever. But and if you a gangster like that, you carrying and all that, fine. Be a gangster. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just saying like if we could refrain from that, because our locations and all of that is always tracked, and I feel like it contributes to getting got. If we from the old school, we ain't tell motherfuckers where we was at. We was just there. You know what I'm saying? All of these phone devices and add your location and all of that. On the spot that says location, put minding my business. You know what I'm saying? So just be careful, everybody, of what you post and where you're going and all your moves, because there's a lot of haters and you don't know what desperate people to do desperate things. So on the last note, again, sip young Dolph, rest up, King. I wish we going positive from there, but no, there is more bad shit. I don't know where to pick, as Saucy said. Think we're gonna just double back on. We already mentioned how the whole Faith and Stevie J thing was, he filed for divorce and they're supposed to be going through that right now. Although I still see posts from Faith that they still chilling. Then what we hear is that he's verbally abusive, or because he was accusing her of cheating. So now the talk is, we always, I don't know everybody, but Little Kim had the little bad rep of being like the side chick, the loosey goosey a little bit. I'm not confirming that. I'm just saying that's what it was. And they made Faith to be an angel. Well, in the movie Notorious. And whoever talks about this stuff. But it appears that Faith herself, which the industry itself could say that everyone had to bend over for the man, as they say, to get where they at. A lot of people had to. So what is your take on the whole Faith as a cheater? Anybody could be, but what's your take on that? And does that give him rights for his abuse? And is it contributed to that alone?
Ain't no abuse, good abuse, verbal, physical. Because I know what verbal abuse does to a person. Witness it for many years. So if she cheated, I mean, listen, people come into a point in their life that they cheat once in their lifetime. Like, so if she cheated, or if you thinking that she's cheated, or she's cheated in the past, listen, you're gonna forgive her, or you're gonna move on. All that extra shit that you saying, oh, you cheated on me, and a lot of people say this is karma, because Stevie J was known for being, he said it, he even said it, he's a sleazeball. He cheated.
It's Sleazy J. Not
Sleaze,
Stevie.
well, sleazeball.
No,
And,
just Sleazy J.
okay. And this, if that's what has happened, if she did cheat on him, that's your karma. Like, I really believe in karma. I'm the whole universe type thing. This is why I try my best to not feed into anybody's negativity, because trust and believe it. Trust and believe it. If I don't circle some stuff up, the universe is gonna circle some stuff up for you. So it's just, that's his karma. That's his karma. So he's probably mad because maybe he is or was being faithful to her. And if she did cheat on him, so he's like, oh my God, like I sacrificed so much for you. But at the end of the day, like what you put out, you're gonna get 10 times fold. So like I said, that I don't condone any type of abuse from a woman or a man, because a lot of people say, oh, a woman get away with a lot, because a lot of women do also put hands on men as well. So that video that did surface of him, it looks like he was recording it. Like he was recording it, and he was antagonizing her, and she didn't want to be involved. Like it's just a mess. Everybody's relationship, it just seems to be just going downwind spiral, and it's just like, oh my God, it's a lot. So I don't know. I pray that he go ahead to divorce her. They go their separate ways, because it looked toxic on that video, and it's just like, nobody. I know what it is to be in a relationship where it's just verbal and it could be physical. It's toxic. It's draining, and it just get out. And I ain't talking about the movie.
So what do you say to the post that you see recently on Face?
I don't follow.
I'm saying you ain't gotta see it. I'm telling you. They's at the beach.
I seen that he was flipping and whatnot, but people portray certain things. I'm pretty sure she didn't expect him to do that video, and that video got loose, because the beach thing came out. Then I think a couple of days later that post came out. So the beach thing was like, okay, yeah, you telling people we're getting a divorce, blah blah blah, but let's try to keep it on the hush hush. But then again, secretly inside, you guys are battling each other. So that's why I'm like, you never know what's going on with anybody's relationship, because people could put on a front for real, and then a month later you're like, what? So I think it was all Kizap with a capital C.
Yeah, sometimes you're past the point of counseling. Sometimes it is time to just let go. It's all good. Yeah, y'all need to handle that, because there's kids involved in all of that too that could see this, and we don't know when they go to school or not. That's what it is. It's a price to pay for celebrity and being famous, because your kids, especially if they still go to regular schools or schools where there's other kids, if there's some shit, them kids is gonna tell you about it. So there's no keeping it from the children now. Because you famous, that shit is out there. They will, it's toxic for them and their learning place. You know what I'm saying? They don't need to have to defend themselves when they go. And I know that's not the intent. We as adults don't realize some of the effects that we have. It's very important once you become a parent, your moves. I don't give a fuck how much money you got. So it's very key to still pay attention to what affects them, whether directly or indirectly. So I know they probably didn't mean to, but clean shit up. You gotta clean shit fast. You still gonna make mistakes. Being a parent doesn't make you flawless, but you need to try to clean up as soon as you peep shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's really it for them, and pray for them to get their shit together. Yeah. And the bad shit just keeps pouring on. So now we go to Zac Stacy, the former Jet. I believe the Rams had a piece of him. I don't know if they clipped him because of this or what happened. To hear shit is one thing. But what I witnessed in that video, and the BM is Kristen Evans, I mean, he was treating her like a rag doll for real. Like, there's no denying it. Smashing her into the TV and shit like that. Like, this is very dangerous. So, my question, and not just for Saucy, I wish you guys would comment later, when I post it under my IG or the YouTube. I need some input on this because it's a football thing for me. Do you think because of the football life and how aggressive you got to be on the field, that these guys need counseling maybe? Because now when they off the field, they still got this aggressive nature. I'm saying that because this is not the first football player with an incident. Ray Rice. There's a bunch of football players that it just seems like they're a little violent when they off the field. Do you think that life just got them that caught up and they may need therapy? Not to excuse the behavior, so don't make these faces saucy. I'm not condoning it. I'm saying that sometimes you can't turn the switch off. You're aggressive the whole time, and now off cam, off field, you still aggressive. Could it be head injuries? I'm getting tackled, they head ain't right.
It's not just football players.
No, I'm just saying there's more than one though. Like, he's really tackling her in the video like it's football.
Yes.
That throw into the TV, that's a play in football.
It was very disturbing to watch. And the only reason why I watched it was because I wanted to talk about it. And for their son to be in the room while all that's happening. And this is not the first time. It's not the first time. So to go to you about the whole head injured thing and getting constantly hit back and forth, I think anybody who are dealing with body harm, boxers, football players, and also go into our vets. I'm not condoning it, but it could be a possibility. They have a lot of build-up aggression towards them. But like I said, it's not just athletes. It's not just vets. It's just anybody in general. And it goes back to saying about people's mental health. Because the reason why I'm saying mental health, because it's not just athletes. People who are on a regular basis who have mental issues that's dealing with something psychological. Yes, thank you. They don't know how to balance the two. There's a mental imbalance in their head, and it's just like they're either lashing out or happy. They can't. They don't know how to combine the both of them. So I think I think anybody who's having to deal with body harm, injuries on a constant basis, even hockey players, because they get hit. Ooh, they violent too. I think everybody needs some type of counseling.
But the point I was making, it doesn't excuse anyone, and yeah, everybody has done this, no matter what their career is, if they even have one. I was just trying to say it in the sense of, since these guys are getting paid all these millions, and there's other requirements they gotta work out, they gotta go to practice, that this should probably be an enforced thing, that they could just seek counseling, just as protocol, to see if anything comes up, anything's disturbing. They may not have to remain in it, but at least begin there and get like annual checkups and shit.
At least once a year, definitely. I definitely agree with you, because that once you sign these athletes into these contracts, that needs to be in a contract. Once a year, you need to talk to a psychologist. You need to get evaluated, because even if the sport itself isn't making you might be going through stuff in life that has you want to go off end. Like, listen, even mothers, like, people don't understand the 24/7 job women have to take care of children. And when women say, okay, I need to take a day, or I need to go somewhere, that's for our mental. These women, I just seen something else, I forgot. I didn't even want to bring it up because I didn't get more detail. But this woman was abusing her daughter. Her ran away, and they found out she was in New York. And to find out the reason why the daughter ran away is because the mother was abusing her. Like, and I don't know if that's her only child, but everybody needs a day to themselves. People work hard. Bills itself is draining. Like every day, a bill coming in, and you working left and right, living a paycheck to paycheck sometimes, and like people mental health. One day they can be straight, and another day something happens or something triggers their mind, and they snap. And they were like, "Well, there was such a peaceful person. What happened? Life happens." So I definitely agree with that type of counseling needs to be in anybody's contract. I think anybody should see some type of therapy, some type of counseling, even church wise. Talk to somebody. Talk to have time for yourself. Go away, spa. Just go out for to yourself to just recuperate because life will get you and make you question like, what the hell happened? So yeah.
And let's not mind this. I'm gonna pray for Christine Evans and her whole recovery of trying to get out that toxic situation if she's not already out. I heard that he's on the run or some shit, or maybe she filed a report and they couldn't find him right away or some shit. But they probably got him. But yeah, I guess she did take the right steps to try to get him out of that. I pray for you, and as a woman, period, a woman, all lives matter, right? So I don't want you to feel like it's unnoticed. We pray for you, and you need to recover because you still got to be a mother. And I just apologize that you had to experience that without even knowing you. You know what I mean? Because it's not a good look. And I guess it's good that you had the footage or there was some footage because then we wouldn't know and it would probably still go on. You know what I mean? So pray for that.
Or it can end very deadly. And there's a lot of organizations that do care, try to help women who's in domestic violence situation. Um, and one of the organizations that I do know is Scars Inc. Um, Shahara Pearson, she definitely,
Listen up.
she is advocate for domestic violence. So her Instagram is Scars Inc. So definitely anybody who watches us and is in a currently in a domestic violence situation, reach out to anybody in your community, or like I said, reach out to her. Um, and because like I said, I know what it feels like to be in a situation like that, and people don't want to believe, a person can do them things if this person portray a certain side to the outside world, but no one knows what's going on in the household. So, I pray for anybody who's in that type of situation that can get out as quickly as possible before it can end into a tragic RIP.
Absolutely. Thanks for that info for them. Last on our little current events is probably the lighter. Drake and Kanye, are they cool or nah? So if you've been following music at all, you've seen that these two guys have been, not the best of buds for some time now, and it appears that they called it a truce because there was a charity or event trying to free Larry Hoover. Larry Hoover's on that wave like BMF and them, Meech and all that type of shit. So if that's true, I don't know. So I asked that. You can leave that in the comments. Do you think this is for real? Is it a publicity stunt? Is it just for the moment for a good cause? We shall see. For me, they both have beautiful talent, and for me, it's gonna take a song because even when Drake and Meek had their little back and forth over Nicki, cousin Nicki, however you want to label that, that's how you knew that they were good when the song popped. And I don't mean they're best friends like they chill every day, but I want to see that, and then it might make me believe a little more. But that was just to touch the surface of that because I know that's been an ongoing thing. And I don't know if I want it to be dead because I kind of like the Drake music when he throw them little shots at Kanye. Kanye's bugged out, and he think he the greatest. And he is musically gifted, but I kind of like that shit, so I don't know how I feel right now. So yeah, you got something to say about that Drake Kanye shit?
I'm sorry, I just missed the old Kanye. I'm sorry. I know everybody, everybody can't be the same all the time, but I listen to the old Kanye stuff. I can't really get into the new Kanye. And that's my opinions for anybody who feels otherwise. I just miss the old Kanye.
I ain't gonna lie, like somebody going to jail tonight.
I mean, yeah,
that's fire.
It's good, but like I said, I skip a lot of songs on the album, and it's old, it's old stuff. You just run right through it and you just vibing all the way. But okay, next.
When you find your soulmate, life partner, is it one huge thing that stood out, or a lot of little things and the timing of them?
The crazy thing about it is because when I was at work, my mom and I had like a 2-hour conversation, and
I guess I don't know everything. You'll never know everything in a relationship.
I told you me and mommy was on the phone.
I'm kidding, folks. Guys, girls, guys and guys, girls and girls. You're not gonna know everything, and it's okay. Being together also means time apart. Also means your shit, their shit. But for the majority, you come together for most shit. But you can still have, when you go to work, when they go to work, whatever conversations, you are still in the loop. You don't have to have every single knowledge of everything. Okay.
Even though I told you me and mom was on the phone 2 hours. But anyway, no, he's definitely correct. But no, the reason why I'm bringing mommy and I up is because we were talking about, this. And, I have family members who all have been married and all of them have divorced and now are in new relationships, are either remarried or about to get married, and are like happy, like to see happiness. Like I just want the world to be happy. I want everybody to find happiness. I feel like if everybody finds happiness, the world will be such a better place. But realistic, it's not that going to be that way. But it's like when you find a soulmate, and I've also seen people say, you don't find soulmates. Because I don't believe you're my soulmate.
What? I'm playing. I gotta be a little. It's been a dark episode with all the shit that's been happening in the world, for real. So I gotta throw a little humor when I can, because it's been all dark shit up to this point. So we getting into something a little positive, energetic to try to change the mood, guys and girls. Thanks for tuning in. Love you. Go ahead.
Yeah, so the reason why I say that is because nobody's a soulmate. I truly believe that no one's a soulmate, because what is a soulmate? Nobody knows. So
it's a mate that you find and you feel it in your soul.
Yeah. No one can really say who is a soulmate. What I would say is we met each other at the right time. We both.
That was in my question. Is it timing?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The timing. I want to just get away from the soulmate, because a lot of people say, "Oh, he's my soulmate." Everybody think that someone in their relationship. I thought my first was my soulmate. Now look, so I refrain from using. I refrain from using that word because no one knows what a soulmate is. We were just made for each other, and we both have gone through the similar things, so we both can relate to one another, and we both understand each other because of what the battles we've been through and the wrongs that we have did, and we know we don't want to repeat that, which kind of is messed up, because the relationships that we've been in and we was in a bad situation, it's like, damn, why you couldn't be that way with me? But
preach.
put a little sweat. that head of yours. But no, um, it's definitely all about timing. And going back to my mom, like she's been married, sorry to put you out there, multiple times. And this man that she's with, it's like, no, multiple times. More than once, more than twice. All right. So multiple times. And this man that she's with, she's talking and she's like, we don't argue, blah, blah, blah. And then like also my sister, she's been married and it's like happiness. I love to see that. So like we were saying that we had to go through things to appreciate the new in our life. So I say it's all about timing. I tell people who are in relationships that's probably not working out, or the ones that feel like, damn, it was so good at the moment, but people are in your life for a season. Regardless if you want that marriage to last forever. Sometimes it does, sometimes it don't. Sometimes you get it the first time around. And then sometimes people want to stick into it because they're scared to start over. I was that person. I was scared to start over because I'm like, damn, like I had kids with this man and I don't want to have kids with no one else. I don't want to be a baby mama. Everybody, thinks that way, especially women. But I'm not going to stay somewhere where I'm not being loved, where I should be loved, especially when you have kids involved and they see that toxic relationship. You don't want your children to be nothing like that. So, again, I think it's timing, and I think it's all about the experience you and that spouse been through. Because, like I said, we have both had similar stories, so that's why we connected the most. So, yeah, I think it's timing, and I'm gonna shy away from the soulmate thing because I don't believe in that.
What I said in the question was soulmate / life partner. So you have rights to shy away from the soulmate. I said, is it one big thing that you knew this was the one, or is it a bunch of little things? The timing, that's dope. You can use that, and you can stick with that. But do you think there's any one big thing that stands out, or is it a bunch of little things to add with the timing?
It was definitely little things. Uh, if anybody would have told me a year and a half from now, I'd be here like, fuck, no. No.
So, again, we can't be selfish.
Mm-hmm.
You love to see everybody happy, is what you said.
Mm-hmm.
Give the advice on what you think should be looked upon. Should you look for that one huge thing that make you say, that's the one? Should you say, let me gather these bunch of little things to say that's the one? Or are you solely saying timing? But even if you choose timing, there's still that something that has to go with the fact that the timing was right. So do you want them to focus in on that big thing, or just take your time and piece together a couple little things to add with the timing?
Definitely piece things together because everybody's scenario is different. In our case, it was timing, and then the pieces fell together. Some people might have the pieces, and it might not be the right timing. And this is where people go into where they're in relationships for so long before even getting married because sometimes the pieces are there, but the timing is not right. So I can't really tell y'all, okay, timing and then pieces, what works for you guys. So if you see the pieces is right, you hold on to that until you feel that your timing is right. If you feel that your timing, it's that person came into your life right on time, okay, let's see how this goes. Because that's what we did. Because I was like, oh, okay. And then stuff started falling into line, and then it just was like, this is it. So for the ones out there, it's what your scenario works for you, what your situation is, what you're looking in for a woman or a man. But don't go for like, oh, one big thing. It's multiple factors. Don't look for just one thing. I definitely think pieces and timing is my big thing. Don't, and a lot of people have these standards. He has to be this. He has to be this tall. He has a perfect teeth. He gotta be slim. He gotta be buff. Like everybody ain't that way, sis. And bro, like women ain't gonna have fat asses and titties all the damn time. Like you might get you a flat pancake and a big and big luscious breasts, and might have a big ass and small titties, and she might be short as five 11.
Just keep hitting it from the back, fellas. Just keep hitting it from the back, and it might poke out right there. You know, you might
But
get a little.
y'all got to be realistic. Like you don't let social media get you misconstrued. Okay, please don't. Everybody ain't an Instagram model. All right. So and everybody can't be buff. And that's even though I love my what they call it dad what's it called dad body.
I'm not participating.
Are you took
Gotta bring some jokes.
But anyway, you know, breathe, babe, breathe.
That's a very good song by Fab. Breathe. One into the two into the three.
Anyway, but no, definitely, that's what I had my opinion on that. You know, pieces and timing, or timing and pieces is what works for you guys. What you gotta say, babe?
I think whether you want it or not, the timing was always there. The timing, the thing about timing is dangerous because we can't control time. But timing is a motherfucker because it gives you good and bad. Mm-hmm. And all it tells you when it was bad is that the timing wasn't good, but time was still a factor in it. So even for the good stuff, timing, definitely timing. I want to add patience, but then you can't start to psych yourself out and think that you're having too much patience. Because for something that you really want may take the patience. I got it. Mm-hmm. It's going to take patience regardless. So the timing, I definitely agree. And the little things. I mean, it can be. You got some people with a story that it was a huge thing that got them in the relationship, or something that stood out that was big, that they said that, okay, this is the one. But I guess to be more strategic and take your time with shit, Saucy has a point. It's the little things, because little things is, I don't want to give us an easy job that is easy to keep people off of this, but when you do the little things, you know, they're spaced out and you know what, they count. But when you just a huge thing person, how often can you do something huge? It depends on the person, you know what I'm saying? So people can act like they're not really concerned with what you can do for the next person if they're truly happy. But, excuse me, it's all your cup of tea. So Saucy is right. It does depend on the individuals involved. But I'm going to ride with the little things. The little things and the timing. The timing is excellently. So keep up with that. We have our camera people back. They was on strike for one episode, but we got them back. What are you trying to tell us?
She told me already.
Okay.
39.
All right, so there's plenty of time left.
Thank you.
Damn, I thought we started 7:20, 6:20. Yeah. So just pay attention to that. Any other steps, you just kind of got to figure it out for yourself, because as much advice as we can give you, or anybody else that you listen to, podcast wise, church, books, nothing can be paced and really given to you to really tell you how to go. You know what I'm saying? And it's not for everybody. I think I agree with Saucy by saying soulmate. There really isn't a soulmate. You know what I'm saying? Life partner is more realistic. But you got to work at it, and you're going to have to continue to work at it. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely work at it. No one's perfect. No one's perfect. Everybody say, "Oh, you know, you get married, that's when you need to work." No, you need to work in a relationship, especially if you guys are gearing to that because that's just gonna prepare you for when you guys are married. So, people feel like they got to do the work once they're married though. No. Especially if you guys both know y'all not going nowhere, and even if you guys not married right now, you guys need to work, compromise. There's a lot of people out, women, especially independent women, they be like, I ain't doing this, I ain't doing that, if I ain't got a ring, blah, 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 whoop, whoop, whoop. But, it's, you have to work. You have to work. You have to put in the work to show what you're capable of doing if you guys are married.
It's been going on since the beginning of the time. Old school song. What you got to have a J-O-B. You see, women like that, y'all gonna be by your fucking self. And then today, Cardi B, I'm sorry, Cardi, I love you, Cardi. I'm sorry if you ain't got no ring on your finger, he ain't going on my gram. Shit like that is promoting pollution into y'all minds because all of that is not guaranteeing shit. And I don't want to throw stones, especially when you live in when you've lived in a glass house. Cardi B ain't have the most faithful relationship. And look how she preached to y'all. Man, shit might be tight now. That's not to take a stab at them. But like if she's so strict on the requirements that she tells y'all in her songs and you Cardi B fans is loving it, you know what I mean? It still ain't verified that they shit was solid. Because it's outside of that. It's not something that can be just on the fly like that. Like, it gotta be this for it to work.
Especially if you're wet ass, you know what? And how your thing is wet ass and you got motherfuckers going around.
Okay.
Like,
splish splash. So, and other influential chicks like Summer Walker, I was talking about her album. Like, it sounds like there's a lot of complaining. It's fire though, but it's complaining. So I don't really promote that either for mental. Remember, we started this episode on a mental tip. Like the mental minds of people. So yeah, it's good music. And for people who are strong-minded and not influenced at all, I love the Cardi B's. I love the Summer Walkers. You know what I'm saying? It does no damage to people who are strong, got their own mindset. But for people who are easily influenced, I wouldn't say that these are the readily songs you want to hear. Tory too. Tory, I love him, but he kind of goes left as well. And I can see why a lot of guys won't be faithful or whatever. So it's not just the women, you know what I'm saying? So these are just key points. Don't get influenced. And if you are, maybe you should shy away from these types of listenings. I don't want to talk like
Jesus.
Right, because I was about to say that I'm not like the gospel listener like that, but I'm also mentally strong. That doesn't mean that should exempt me and I should never check it out. But the people who are mentally challenged, that's who you should really go to. Or some nice 90s, 80s R&B when there was like some love. Yes. When there was some love going on. It can help you. It can help you mentally, for real. Yeah, it gets you geared up.
The 90s R&B is because you was able to relate, but it also had a hidden message like, don't let this overcome you. You know what I'm saying? Now these songs is like, just stay up in your room and just do it. I'm gonna lose it. Like, no, sis. What I'm not gonna do is sit here and be depressed over what this nigga did to me. And I'm gonna tell you one thing. I have not listened to Summer Walker music. I can't. It's depressing to me. And I'm not saying that.
Whoa, Summer Walker, you dope to me. I'm just saying it depends on the person dealing with what situation. It just doesn't help if they are already in a bad place.
True. And I'm like, kudos to her. Like I said, everybody says, people saying she's doing good, but it's just depressing to me. I'm just happy. So I don't want to hear it. When people are in the depressing stage, I guess they want to listen to that. But I'm happy. I don't want to listen to that. You know what I'm saying? I don't.
It's my fault, y'all. I didn't really share the better songs with Saucy. What she heard, because every album has that section where it's some songs you rather not care for, then you get to the fire. So I didn't really get to play her the songs that were good because her whole shit is not on that. But if it's somebody randomly selecting, letting the shuffle play, they may not get to the positive more music. You know what I'm saying? So I get that, but you got to be mentally strong because everything is influenced. They want to talk about movies and all of that, being an influence, and then it's also the music. And then, they criticize the shit out of us especially black music, we get criticized the most with our rap, with the rah-rah, with the relationships. So we get it hard. So I'm just trying to be mindful to y'all because it happens even if I don't say it. Anything you want to close out with? We did good. You kind of got to talk to the people when we take a week off. You want to give them anything else?
Okay. I definitely, like I said, anybody who's in any domestic violence situation, please reach out to any local domestic violence. I know it's shelters or something. I know it's hard. It's hard to try to get out in a situation like that. Been there, done that. But please, I'm tired of seeing art. I just seen another. It's just left and right. Somebody in this woman at the baby shower incident. Woman's pregnant. Somebody shot her while she was packing her stuff up and shot her stomach too. I'm like, huh? I'm like, what is wrong with people? It's just this world is so depressing. And sometimes I'm like, yo, I brought my kids into a world like this. Like I'm petrified when I have to leave my kids and they're no longer under my wing and they have to be out. Like, I don't know what the world's going to be like in the next 50 years. If it's like this now, I probably should stop doing what I'm doing certain nights. I just be in my bed, like, I just be racing, my mind just be racing about the things, the world, like, yo, when I leave my kids, how are they going to be? Can I, instill much knowledge into them to be prepared for the things? Because this world is getting worser by the years, the months, the days. It's just like, and this is holiday time and people are dying. Things are happening. Like, I want to be happy. Thanksgiving is in a week or so. And it's like, people, I want to be thankful for life, but it's like people losing their life every day. Christmas is next month, and it's like, gosh, it's just a lot. So, every night I just pray for the world because it's a lot to intake.
And she was in the moment dropping some gems and got a little emotional because based on this release, it will be Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving.
Yes,
happy holidays. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy your turkey day. I hope you're enjoying your turkey day. Save me a plate. I'm going to slide up. I'm a greedy. Then we have this conversation.
Yes, very greedy.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm pulling up for all the plates. So all my peoples out there, y'all know who y'all is. Save your bro a plate, kid. We gonna be grinding, punching that clock. But happy Thanksgiving nonetheless. You know what I'm saying? Be safe out there and use that as a time to kind of take away from what Saucy's saying with all the shit that's going on in the world. All jokes aside, gather. I know a lot of y'all think COVID is over. It's not. But if y'all gathering and chilling anyway on all these other shits like it's over, then this is at least a legitimate reason to gather for loved ones and all. So have a very safe holiday for real. You turning up right now. I hope y'all not already full. I hope y'all not already stuffed and drunk. It's early, my G. So be safe. And don't get so caught up in Black Friday and Cyber Monday. They're just trying to take your bread.
Money.
They just trying to take your bread.
Please, because y'all working me to death over there where I work at. I swear. Like, y'all killing me with these Black Fridays and Cyber Mondays things. But yes, definitely, don't cut, Thanksgiving off to stand in the line for something to be, oh, it's on sale, but I guarantee you next month it's going to be the same price you probably bought it from. So, they be trying to, it's all a scheme. I'm telling you, I'm in the retail business. It's a scheme. But anyway, go ahead.
That ain't none of their business, but okay. So be safe, and we will holler at you after the holidays. Enjoy. Be safe. Holla. Happy Saucy and holidays. Hush on the couch. Gobble, gobble. Don't gain 50 pounds.
You don't gain 50 pounds.
Got it.